What what has annoyed you in the classroom? Has anything annoyed you what the students have done? That says to me not a whole lot.
No, because respect breeds respect.
Yeah.
And I respect the young people that work for me here as room assistants or our students in the classroom.
Yeah.
And so I try to approach it as, we may not be chronological peers, but we certainly are academic peers in many ways. Because I learn just as much from them as I try to give them from my knowledge and the wisdom that I've gained over the years.
Right. Yeah, I think I just think you're one of the very more open-minded people that teach in this. It's surprising a little bit. You're not narcissistic. You're not overly flatulent or anything like that. It's it's good that there's still hope out there. I think there's I just need to pinpoint what these problems are with other people. I've met a few people that have these conditions, and I just want to be able to tell people this is what's happening. You need to be aware of it, not be oblivious to it.
But being very aware, as sociologists, we understand how group dynamics are, and I think it makes no difference whether a person, their age, their race, their color, their mental capacities. Those are really, they don't even play into how the group works. And I wish that the greater society would understand that as well.
Yeah, it's a lot to do with the personality and the person. The looks. I think the looks for people in relationships, it looks matter a lot. I think to certain people, that's how they're gonna treat others, is by the way they look. You're not as popular if you don't look physically that good, or
hopefully that will change.
Depending on the person, you can identify, identify somebody. It's a icebreaker. The way you look is an icebreaker to some people. Maybe in the classroom, you can't make friends as easily because you can't look good, look physically good, attractive to some types of people. That's a hindrance. That's like a wall. And then you get to know somebody, and then the looks become on the back burner.
But on the other hand, I have a young cousin who just passed away, and he was Down syndrome, and he was one of the most popular persons in his high school. And he actually was prom king, and he was very active.
That's amazing.
Sports.
He's persevered.
His name is Tyler Cormier, Cormier.
That's terrible. How did he die?
He got pneumonia around Christmas time, and because his immune system was not the same as someone who may not have the challenges that he had.
I hope we're picking up the sound here from this camera. I'm worried about the sound here.
But you can, if you go online and you look up Tyler Cormier from Hartford, Connecticut, or Marlborough, Connecticut, you'll see his story in the magazines and in the local newspapers.
Okay.
And he is one that you would think would not be accepted by his peers. And he actually was more than accepted. He was an inspiration to all. And so it's my life experience to see something like like those instances take place that help me look at the, I don't want to say positive, but the less negative side of life, and conduct myself not only in the classroom, but hopefully in life.
So what have you learned from that experience, though? What have you? And also, what is his website? Does he have a website?
I don't know if he has a website or not. I don't know.
But what insight has that given you from his two questions? What insight has that given you generally? And also, why do you think he was so successful with people, and he could make friends that easily and be so in good connection with people?
He did not, in my view, know anger to the extent that many people do. He accepted his condition. He was very much loved by his entire family, and I think he had that deep-rooted sense of worth that he would venture out and try anything, just for the adventure of it. And I think that his spirit...
He was not afraid to get out of his comfort zone.
Not at all.
Yeah.
He didn't see any barriers. He may have been challenged, but he didn't see those punches as barriers.
Right. Okay, that's a proactive person. It's the law of action too. They talk about this in motivational speaking, of attraction or law of action or something like that.
And 21 years.
So he was. That's
really sad for our family, but I know that I personally gained so much from knowing him from the time he was born.
Yeah.
So it's those kinds of things that keep me